Welcome back to The Vibe. Now, what's extra spooky? Seeing me on the screen or seeing Jasmine?
I think it's you.
Well, what's really spooky is our segment of Two Sus for Us. Woo! I got that chill on me. I was able to actually set foot into the legendary Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and let me tell you, it was spooky beyond belief. At first, everything seemed very, very calm, but when you walk outside, it is a giant prison, and it is intact, as if the last prisoner had just walked out yesterday. It looks like a giant castle to some people. From the outside, it looks completely
But there are no prisoners
brick.
in it.
It's now completely dedicated to learning more about
Haunted
the justice
tourism.
system and haunted tourism. People were lined out the streets, and I joined them on my special Two Sus for Us trip to the Penitentiary. But before I go into all of that, let's have Rav really give you the rundown.
I'm here for all your spooky fact needs. It was built in 1829, only designed to hold 253 prisoners, each occupying a solitary confinement cell. It was actually designed to make the prisoners reflect upon themselves, but it drove pretty much all of them absolutely insane.
Which is what solitary confinement does.
It does, but this was
They
one
had
of their
one window,
first.
one cot, one
gosh.
one bowl/toilet, and that was all. And it was within it looked like a coffin, really. It was like a 6 foot.
Sad. I would go crazy
For
in there.
people that murdered other people. Okay.
No, they weren't all
that's
murderers.
your humanity.
I didn't
That's
say I
what
love
they
all
do.
people.
They weren't all
Okay.
murderers. Some were thieves.
Oh no. Okay, so this place is actually known to be haunted, and there's a whole bunch of people that say it's haunted. Pretty much everyone who goes in has some kind of ghostly recollection. But in the 1940s, officers and inmates reported mysterious visions and eerie experiences in this ancient prison. And since then, ghost sightings have only increased in number. So, it was abandoned in 1971, so that's really not a long time ago. So all the way up until then, there were live prisoners in that solitary confinement area. Quick fact about ghosts and stuff, I actually have heard that when the soul is tormented, like in solitary confinement, they actually leave behind an imprint of negativity, or rather that it will attract more negativity.
I really did feel something when I was looking into each of the cells. I could feel some sort of remembrance, or there was something there that was kind of like, come in.
And
I
don't get lured.
Did you feel cold?
Well, so it was an audio tour that I was doing, and as I was walking through the halls, you kind of get it. They're like, walk down this set, and you'll see towards your left this famous person who had this imprisoned in this cell, or this was the whites only corridor versus
So it was segregated.
it was segregated by race and women versus men. And the reason why it went out of commission so early on was because there was just no more resources for one person to be in every single room. Then they started needing to double people up, and it just became one of those things where hostility roamed.
Broke out.
Wow. Continuing on, Al Capone was actually imprisoned here
Yes,
for 8
he
months,
was.
1929 to 1930.
The famous
Do you think his
gangsta.
ghost lurks around? Did
I
you
think
feel
he has
it?
other famous
Hey
places
you,
too.
hey you, Anita. The
Hey,
body's
me.
in the bag.
Hey, Anita, the body's the back of that.
Okay, so let me tell you specifically about certain cell blocks that are said to be more haunted than others. Cell block number 12 is known for echoing voices and cackling, like that. Okay, cell block number 6 is known for shadowy figures darting along the walls. And cell block 4 is known for visions of ghostly faces. And one of the most famous stories is that Gary Johnson, who worked at this, he actually worked after it was abandoned, he fixed the locks. I don't know.
Okay.
So that people wouldn't break it. I don't know.
All right.
So
He
the
did a good
ghosts
deed.
wouldn't break out, okay? So he opened an old lock in cell block 4, which was known for the ghostly visions, and he said that a force gripped him really, really tightly, and that he was completely unable to move, and he said that a negative energy exploded out of the cell, and that tormented faces appeared on the cell walls, and that one in particular beckoned to him.
Wow.
Spooky, spooky, spooky.
So the way that we can see that the way that it was shaped, if you look from above, there's a central hall, and then each corridor kind of like shifts out from it. And so I think there were 8 corridors, and then after, when they realized that they needed more space, and as the inmates were coming in, because I think Guantanamo was also like kind of not similar, but it was outside. So they actually had.
Isn't that still functioning?
Yeah. So, but Guantanamo isn't that insane? Yeah, Obama. But I felt as I was walking down these corridors that like there was some sort of.
So
like,
if you were alone there, would you be comfortable?
Of course not. Who would want to be alone in a prison?
I don't know.
I think that's when the
Anita
ghosts
sits
come
here
out.
making fun of poor Susie Roberts and whatnot. So why wouldn't
Linda or whatever she got? Yeah. Okay. Well, she's like, I'm afraid to swim, and then like I don't know. That was dumb. This
I'm
is
just
smart.
saying, you make fun of ghosts and ghost stories,
But
yet here you are saying that you
It
felt
was
them.
an interesting feeling to be there. I also felt empathetic for those who actually did have to spend time there. And listening to their stories and being able to kind of put even like a race relationship to, there was like an all black basketball team and all white, you know, like, and it was just very interesting to see how the first ever, really this was one of the first ever prisons to be functioning in this capacity.
Yeah.
And to have it right in the middle of Philadelphia, to have a coffee shop right across the street.
I feel like Philadelphia
That
just feels
ridiculous.
very
has so
interesting.
much history.
Oh,
wrapped up in it.
yeah.
That's cool to see that, and your experience is there. But let's move on to something a little less spooky.
Even you're
Temple's
not
a
supposed to
place-
cook for yourself.
Temple is a place where you want to relieve those
Yeah,
sadness, and
I would
you
agree.
want to like pray for the loss that you just faced.
But
so
you could